Hi, this is Jacob Beauchamp, and in this video I'll be going over the terrains module. So for this one I decided to use the standard WO grid class that's built into the AftrBurner engine and use height map based or height field rather based terrains. So in this one, this is currently a 10 by 10 height map scaled up by a factor of 50. That essentially is just purely flat. Nothing particularly interesting in this one, but as usual, if I hit space, I can toggle physics, and we can see it behaves normally. But of course, that's nothing that we haven't done already with the previous module. So now, the interesting parts are added in a level select here, because the way this module works is we have 6 different world lists and 6 different scenes that have been initialized on world start. So using this, we can switch freely between them. So now we have level 2, which is monotonically increasing in height in the positive X and Y direction. It's a little difficult to tell, but we can see it's kind of sloping upward away from us. I can try to move us away, and that might, from the side, be a bit clearer. So we can sort of see how it slopes up and to the right. As we can see, the boxes which already fell in World 1 are up here now because each of the levels I've set to have their own copy of the boxes. So now if we hit space, they'll bounce again. But an interesting thing as well is I currently have it so that way the flag that is toggled when you hit space to either enable or disable physics persists between the level loads. So here we can see everything continues to bounce. Now, if I switch to level 3, physics is still happening. And I kind of forgot how this world was. So let me go up. This is essentially the same monotonically increasing setup as level 2. But this one is drastically scaled up. As we can see, it's far steeper this time. Unfortunately, since since the cubes were below this one, because I forgot how steep it was, they kind of just fell through. Level 4 is pretty similar to the others in that it's flat, except I added this little mesa-like structure in the middle, which as we can see, when I hit space, they'll fall and bounce off of it. Okay, pause that. Level 5 has, Level 5 has something of a bit of a valley here, which if we drop these in here, they'll sort of roll down in there and come to something of a settling point in that trough. Level 6 is kind of the inverse of level 4, where instead of a mesa, we have a big pit here, which, much like the previous level, will sort of bounce off the side of the slope, and we can see the physics doing its thing. And much like the previous physics module, I still have the gravity toggles in place, so you can mess around with the gravity a bit using the same numpad key bindings. That, unlike the actual run toggle flag, is instance specific, because at the time of switching, it only changes the scene that is loaded. So if I change the gravity here, focus, there we go. We can see gravity is going upward, but in this instance, it's still downward. Now if I press 2, then it starts to go up, and then if I press, or rather I pressed 5 to go up and 2 to go back down. And then if I switch over, those guys are still going upward. Anyway, that's all I have for this module. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.